I'm going to tell you about the best synthetic urine, the kind that's indistinguishable from the real thing. I'll explain how to choose the right product and use it correctly so that you pass your test. My name's Daniel Miller. I'm a drug testing specialist with over 10 years of experience. Let's get started. So, what should you look for when choosing a synthetic urine? Well, first off, the formula. Labs always test for both drugs and urine validity. That means they're not just looking for substances, they're also checking if the urine is real. They analyze pH, creatinine, specific gravity, and other urine parameters. On top of that, many labs now use special test strips designed to detect synthetic urine, especially the cheap, low-quality kinds. That's why using a high-quality, well-formulated product is more important than ever. They might also check for the correct proportions of urea and uric acid. They could even check for biological markers like proteins or epithelial cells, although this is less common. Now, it's not guaranteed your sample will face every single one of these checks, but it absolutely must pass the basic validity and proportion tests. And it's important to avoid low-quality brands that cut corners on production. Because of this, those cheaper ones are more likely to be detected. For example, some cheap brands add biocides to prevent spoiling, but these are like red flags. They're easily detected by the labs. Next up is the form it comes in. Pre-mixed liquid or powder. Powder is usually cheaper, but you need access to clean water and time to mix it properly. This means you can't just use it instantly on short notice. Plus, you definitely can't mix it in the testing bathroom. First, there's usually no accessible clean water. The toilet water is often dyed blue. Second, you'd have to carry in the powder and mixing container, which is pretty risky. So, powdered urine has to be prepared beforehand. Pre-mixed liquid urine, on the other hand, is ready to go. You basically just need to heat it up. However, if you buy a bottle of pre-mixed liquid and don't use it all, you should freeze the leftovers to keep them from spoiling. Powdered urine is easier to store long term though, since you only mix what you need when you need it. The next critical point is heating. Getting the temperature wrong is the absolute number one reason people fail when using synthetic urine. Right after you hand over the sample cup, the first thing the collector checks is the temperature. It has to be within a specific range, typically between 90 and 100 degrees Fahrenheit. If it's outside of that range, either too hot or too cold, you fail immediately. That's it. So, you need a reliable way to get it to the right temperature and keep it there. Often people preheat it in a microwave if they're short on time. Then you use special chemical heat packs or hand warmers to maintain that temperature. Now, these heat packs activate when exposed to air and can stay warm for several hours, sometimes up to 8. You've probably seen similar ones used as hand or foot warmers in winter. But it's best to use the ones designed specifically for synthetic urine, because they're meant to reach the right temperature range and not overheat the sample. Regular hand warmers might get too hot and push the urine temperature above the acceptable range. Also, if they get too hot and you have them pressed against your skin, they can actually cause burns, so be careful. Next, make sure the kit contains enough urine for your needs, and check if the number of included heat sources corresponds to the amount of urine. For example, you typically need about 1 to 1.5 ounces for one test sample. Some kits might contain enough urine for 2 tests, but only include 1 heat pack. In that case, you'd need to buy an extra heater for the second use. Another heating method involves a special heat activator powder that sometimes comes with the kit. You add a small amount directly to the liquid urine and it heats it up to the right temperature within seconds. Now, this is great if you don't have access to a microwave and need to heat it up quickly. After using the powder, you'd still typically attach a heat pack to maintain the temperature. Next, the bottle itself should have a temperature strip attached. You absolutely need to check the temperature right before you go in to submit the sample. And very importantly, the strip needs to be accurate. Now, I've tested various kits where the strips were off by 2 to 4 degrees Fahrenheit, and that small difference can be enough to cause a failure. Another thing to consider is the bottle design. Look for one with a flip top cap. Imagine being in the testing stall. You're going to be nervous. Everyone is, especially when using synthetic urine. Fumbling with a screw off cap and trying to pour carefully can be difficult. With a flip top cap, you can often just flick it open with one finger, pour quietly and close it. Make sure the cap seals tightly so that it doesn't leak while you're concealing it close to your body. And the flip top itself should be secure enough not to pop open accidentally. Okay, next, you need to understand the typical collection process so that you know what to expect and what to prepare for. Before you go into the bathroom, you'll usually be asked to empty your pockets and remove outer clothing like jackets or hats. Then the collector will visually inspect you. They can't physically pat you down, but they will look you over. This means you need a secure and discreet way to conceal the synthetic urine container on your body. Just stuffing the bottle in your pocket won't really work. It will likely be seen or the bulge will become obvious. Now, if they find it, you'll fail, and they might even require you to provide another sample under direct observation. There are specialized kits with hidden belts designed exactly for this. Now, I'll mention those in just a bit. After you hand over the sample, the collector checks the temperature and the appearance right away, making sure it looks like urine and doesn't look like it's been diluted with blue water from the toilet. Then it's sealed and sent to the lab. The lab tests for drugs and runs those validity checks we talked about, pH, creatinine, specific gravity, etc., to ensure that it matches natural human urine. Okay, with all that background, let's get to the main point. Reviewing some of the best synthetic urine kits available. Now, we've tested these kits ourselves, including checking for accuracy of their temperature strips, so we're confident these are top tier options. I'll put links for each kit down in the description below. First up is the Incognito Belt. This is basically an all-in-one solution. It uses high-quality synthetic urine that's formulated to be identical to natural urine and undetectable by standard lab tests. It comes as a belt with an integrated pouch that holds the urine. It's designed to be completely invisible under clothing. It's made from durable material and won't burst or leak. It contains enough urine for about 2 uses and includes 2 heat packs. Importantly, the included heat packs are specifically designed for synthetic urine, meaning they won't overheat the sample. Plus, since the pouch is worn close to your body, your natural body heat helps maintain the correct temperature. It also has an accurate and reliable temperature strip right on the bag. A small tube extends from the bag with a release clip. In the bathroom stall, you just undo the clip, silently fill the collection cup via the tube and close the clip. The main downside is the higher price, but it's very convenient, worry-free solution. You just strap it on, heat it up, and you're ready to go. Now, to get the Incognito Belt, follow the link in the description below. The next option is Quick Luck. Now, this is a pre-mixed liquid synthetic urine that comes in a bottle. It also boasts a top quality formula designed to pass lab tests. And since it's pre-mixed, it's quick to prepare. It comes with both a standard heat pack and the heat activator powder. So if you're in a hurry, you can use the powder to bring it to temperature in seconds. Now, once it's at the right temperature, you attach the included heat pack, which usually has an adhesive side, directly to the bottle to keep it warm. Then you conceal the bottle and head to the test. Now, it helps to ensure that you deliver the sample at the correct temperature. It comes in a slim, flat style bottle that's easy to conceal close to your body. It also has an accurate and reliable temperature strip right on the bag. And it also features that convenient flip-top spout cap. The cap seals tightly to prevent leaks, and the spout itself is secure, so it won't pop open accidentally. It's easy to use, even potentially opening it with one finger. Want quick luck? Just hit the link in the description. Next up is Clear Choice Sub Solution. Now this one comes in a powdered form. It's another highly regarded, high quality formula that will pass lab tests. However, being a powder, you'll need time and access to clean, purified water to mix it beforehand. Definitely don't use tap water, as it contains minerals and impurities that could flag the sample. This kit also typically includes the heat activator powder for quick heating, but doesn't come with a standard heat pack for maintaining temperature long term. So you'll rely more on the heat powder and keeping it close to your body heat. It comes in a similar slim, easy to conceal bottle. It has a leak-proof lid with the handy flip-top spout, and an accurate temperature strip is included. We've checked its accuracy, partly because it often omits the standard heat pack. The price point for Sub Solution is a bit lower than Quick Luck. And the last kit we'll look at is the TestClear Powdered Urine kit. Now this is another solid, high quality option. It also comes in powdered form, so again, you'll need time and purified water to mix it beforehand. It's been on the market for years and generally gets good reviews. It's known to pass validity tests. The price is lower than other options, but the standard kit only contains enough powder for one use. The kit includes a vial for mixing and transport, which is vial shaped rather than flat. Personally, I find this shape a bit less convenient for concealment than the other flat bottles, but it does work. The included heater is a standard air-activated foot warmer, so you need to be careful monitoring the temperature to avoid overheating. The included vial also has a screw-on cap, not a flip-top spout. That lack of a spout is a small minus for convenience, but the screw-on lid is secure against leaks. It comes with an accurate temperature strip, but interestingly, you have to apply it to the vial yourself. So, factor in a little extra prep time. You need to mix the powder, apply the temperature strip to the vial, and then get it heated. Again, I'll leave links to all of these kits in the description below. We also have other videos with detailed step-by-step instructions on how to use synthetic urine successfully during a test to minimize your chances of getting caught. Now, if this was helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more info. Thanks for watching.